Now that we have our business set up, we have our first client, our first area, and our first property. In part 2 of the HomeWatchTools.com app demo, I'm going to show you just how you can create your first checklist for your HomeWatch visits. These are reusable checklists that can be duplicated for other types of clients. So, for example, if you focus on homes versus condos, you can have your own checklist for those two different types of properties. So let's go ahead and click Create New Template. Here you name your template. So I'll just call this Test Template. Testing for Demo. Here you create categories, subcategories, and checklist items. So in this case, I'm going to create the exterior and interior categories, followed by the general walk around and pool area for the exterior. And for interior, I'm going to do general and then the kitchen. So we click New Category, change it to Exterior, Property, and Grounds. Then I'm going to create a new subcategory. I'm going to name this General Walkaround. Now we're going to get to the actual checklist items. I'm going to name it Check for Leaks and Damages, whether or not it passes, fails, or it's not applicable. I'll go ahead and create a new checklist item for checking for signs of tampering. Very simple. Category, subcategory, and then the items themselves. Here you can actually drag and drop them in case you want to have them prioritized in a different manner. So now that I have my exterior all taken care of course, for your actual checklist, there will be many, many more items. I'm going to create the new category. And in this case, I'm actually going to call it interior, which is how I like to categorize this. I'm going to create a new subcategory. Subcategory will be general. I'm going to then add a new item. Here it's going to be checking for signs of cracks or leaks. In the case of interior, I'm actually going to create another subcategory. So this will be for kitchen. And then I'm going to get to my actual checklist items. So I'm going to have two of them. First one, I'm going to have checking the refrigerator for any signs of damage or leaks. And then I'm also going to check the outlets themselves. Of course, for your own purposes, it's going to be completely different and completely up to you. I'm going to give it a quick check. Everything looks good. And I'm going to go ahead and save my changes. Here it shows that I have my 5 items in my 2 categories. If we go ahead and click this right here, we can actually duplicate this. I'm going to call this Test Template and just call it Condo. So now I can go back, edit this template, and I can go ahead and start removing some of the things that aren't necessary. So the exterior, completely not necessary. Let's go ahead and save it. And that's it. That's how simple it is to do. In the next part, I'm going to proceed forward, and now we can start going ahead, creating our own visits and scheduling those visits themselves.